Nero was born in AD 37 in Antium, and no one could have imagined that he would become one of the most hated rulers in Roman history. His real name was Lucius Domitius Ahenobarbus. His father was a harsh and brutal aristocrat, while his mother, Agrippina, was considered one of the most dangerous women in Rome. Agrippina was no ordinary woman. She was the daughter of the legendary Roman general Germanicus and the sister of Emperor Caligula. The hunger for power ran through her veins. Nero lost his father at a young age, and soon after, his mother was exiled because of political conspiracies. The Roman palace was a center of poison, betrayal, and endless plots. Even as a child, Nero grew up surrounded by fear and struggles for power. After Caligula was assassinated, Claudius became emperor. Agrippina returned from exile and used her intelligence and manipulation to marry Claudius. The marriage shocked even the Roman aristocracy because Claudius was also her uncle. But morality meant nothing to Agrippina. Power was everything. Claudius already had a biological son named Britannicus, but Agrippina wanted her own son to become emperor. She convinced Claudius to adopt Nero, instantly transforming the young boy into the heir to the Roman throne. She went even further by arranging Nero's marriage to Claudius's daughter Octavia, while systematically removing rivals from the palace. In AD 54, Claudius died under mysterious circumstances. Most ancient historians claim that Agrippina poisoned him. There is no absolute proof, but nearly everyone in Rome suspected it. The moment Claudius died, 16-year-old Nero was declared emperor. During the first years of his reign, the Roman people actually liked him. At first, he did not appear to be a bloodthirsty tyrant. His advisor, the philosopher Seneca, and the commander of the Praetorian Guard, Burrus, largely kept the government stable. Taxes were reduced, public games were organized, and Nero projected the image of a young and energetic ruler. However, this peaceful period would not last long. As time passed, Nero became addicted to power. His greatest problem was his own mother, Agrippina, who wanted to control him like a puppet. Tension between mother and son became obvious throughout the palace. Nero wanted to escape her shadow. First, he pushed her away from the center of power. Then he decided to eliminate her completely. One of the most infamous assassination plots in Roman history followed. Nero invited his mother onto a specially designed ship built to collapse at sea. The plan was for Agrippina to drown in the accident, but she survived by swimming to shore. Furious that the attempt had failed, Nero sent soldiers to finish the job. According to legend, when the soldiers entered her house, Agrippina pointed to her womb and said, "Strike here first, for this bore Nero." With her death, Nero became known as the man who murdered his own mother. After this event, Nero's mind seemed to darken further. He became paranoid, suspicious, and increasingly cruel. He exiled and executed his wife Octavia before marrying his lover Poppaea. Ancient writers even claim that Nero later killed Poppaea by kicking her to death while she was pregnant during an argument. Whether every detail is true remains uncertain, but what is clear is that Nero easily destroyed anyone close to him. One of Nero's greatest obsessions was art. He believed himself to be a magnificent poet, actor, and musician. To the Roman elite, however, it was disgraceful for an emperor to perform on stage. Nero ignored their judgment. He sang before crowds, acted in theatrical performances, and forced audiences to watch endless artistic displays. People were terrified to leave early because punishment could follow. The most powerful man in the empire was slowly transforming from a ruler into a performer, obsessed with applause and admiration. Then came the disaster that would define his reign forever. In AD 64, the Great Fire of Rome erupted and burned for days, destroying large parts of the city. The true cause of the fire remains unknown, but horrifying rumors spread rapidly throughout Rome. Many believed Nero himself had started the fire so he could rebuild the city according to his own vision. The famous story that Nero played music while Rome burned is probably exaggerated, especially since violins did not even exist at the time, but the rumor reveals how deeply the people distrusted him. After the fire, Nero needed someone to blame. He targeted the Christians, who were still a small and unpopular religious group in the empire. What followed became one of the earliest major persecutions of Christians in Roman history. Some were thrown to wild animals in arenas, others were burned alive, and ancient accounts even describe Nero using human beings as living torches to light his gardens at night. The brutality of these punishments shocked even many Romans.